Um, First couple shout outs. One is my sister, April, who
Woo!
isn't like a really big enroller generally, enrolled 7 people last week.
It's
So
amazing.
yeah, it was really, really impressive. And that's somebody who's been around for a while, right? So a lot of times people get kind of put out on where they're at with the number of people they have and that sort of thing. But yeah, so she managed to get 7 people started last week, and that was really cool. And then the other one is kind of a cool thing that Carla was able to do. So as you guys know, Carla's been doing the business for quite a while now, and I know, she's like many of the ladies on here that it's actually guy all of us, and that is our family is a big deal. And so Carla was able to jump on a plane and head down and see her daughter at a moment's notice. So sometimes when people are asking, what is this, time freedom thing? And I don't really know that I use that phrase a lot, but, or financial freedom thing, right? I don't know that I use that a lot, but these examples of what Carla was able to do, to be able to just have the ability to do that, that is a level of freedom. And and that is directly related to the isogenics nutrition. And it's we experience it a lot in Tracy and I, in the fact that we're like, yeah, you know what, we're going to do this, knowing not so much knowing that the money exists, but knowing that the money will exist. And there's a mindset behind that, you guys, and in knowing that you will have the money is going to show up, and it's not something that you're going to do that's going to make it happen, right? Most people, if they want to get money, then they've got to go to work, right? Because if they don't go to work, then they don't get paid, minus, vacation leave, sick leave, that sort of thing. The mindset of being able to recognize the fact that you've got people on your team that are building and that are doing things really takes a different, allows your brain to have a different thought about what's going to happen on Monday. It just shows up, right? Because nothing that you did personally. And then the last one is Heidi. So Heidi has been killing it. She's been reaching out to some of the people in her downline, and because I keep an eye on certain things, and I see, like, when people start to cycle more than they have, then all of a sudden I'm like, why? And so when I reached out to Heidi, she had an answer. Sometimes I will reach out to people and I'll go, hey, did you know you cycle more? And they're, yeah, I don't know. And those are the people that I just like, well, let's just say it doesn't make me happy when somebody doesn't know why they're cycling more, right? So when I asked Heidi that question, she knew why, and her why was the fact that she'd been reaching out to some people that were open to coaching. Okay, and that's a big, big deal. So congratulations to April, congratulations to Carla, and congratulations to Heidi. You guys did some really cool stuff, and I'm super happy for you guys. We also had a lot of other, some great activity last week. And I want to, before I get on to tonight's topic, I want you guys to think about this. There is something in this business called momentum. And every now and then you feel it. And when you feel it and it's happening, do not let your foot off the gas. Do not let your foot off the gas, because momentum will not stay. It just doesn't, right? The bottom of the hill shows up and then it plateaus back out. And with all of the stuff that's going on, even though there's all this energy that's going on about collagen, and that is the reason of the momentum, I'll tell you right now, because everybody's talking about collagen, but what's happening with that? Other conversations are happening. Okay. So with the collagen brings the other conversations. If the collagen is what the people want, then give them the collagen, but allow them to have the other conversations. And I was approached about opening up yet another Facebook page to talk just collagen in it, and I am against that. Some people might be for it, and if you're for it, fantastic, go ahead and do it. But in my opinion, you keep the energy where other people can feel it. Okay. It's the same reason I tell you guys, don't open up a private page to promote your Isagenix business. Promote your Isagenix business on your personal page, because that's where your network is. Why would you go off in the corner and start talking about it over there and you don't even know who is in your existing network that's interested, right? So think about your biggest network of people, and that's where you want to talk, and that's where you want to be, and that's the energy that you want to share. And like I say, collagen is a spark to this company that I haven't seen in a while. And March will be 9 years for Tracy and I, right? So 9 years for Tracy and I in March, and to see this type of energy is pretty exciting. So I'm really digging it. Carla, I am going to make you and Michelle co-hosts. So if you guys see somebody, you guys can add them to the page so I can get started here. All right, cool. So anyway, so tonight we've been going with our weekly thing about customer launch and that sort of thing. And tonight is the last of the customer launch. Next week, we'll start the business builder, business launch type conversations. And I'll be reaching out to some different people. Carla's going to reach out to some different people about who might be interested in doing that. Heidi, I would say that because of the amount of business that you've been doing lately, I'd love for you to be a presenter in that. It will take you to focus, laser focus on your topic and write down notes and follow said notes.
Well, we have an outline. I'm waiting to see if Brent's going to follow it.
Yeah, I'm not going to follow. So
wait a second. Is there rules? If there's rules, I need to break them.
No, don't break them. Follow it. So with the customer launch, what I want you guys to think about is, and with this customer retention, I really want you guys to focus on something, because in this initial conversation I talked about this momentum. This momentum is going to cause some of you to have this happen to you. You're going to bring people on and you're going to forget about them. You're going to do the sale and then you're going to move on. I know you're shaking your finger, but I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to plenty of people. So as business builders and as people who are interested in the business side of this, tell you number one is make sure that you have the Penny app. Okay. And that's going to help you with these next steps. Okay. But what is it that you need to do with your customers to make them stay? Okay. First, I'm going to tell you, and I don't think that there's anybody here looking at the faces that are here that can deny this, and that is engage them in the community of our pages. Okay. Engage them in the support of that. Now, if your mindset is, I'm going to add them to the page and hope that they engage, you are already missed the point of the page. Okay. Your mindset needs to be that I'm going to add them to the page, but I am also going to talk and promote and share within that page. Because if I invite Michelle to that page and I don't post and I don't comment, Michelle's not going to get she's not going to get the alerts, because her and I are friends and I put her in there. So she's not going to get the alerts that is happening within that page. And then she's never going to go there. And if the only thing that Michelle ever sees me do is, welcome, Michelle, congratulations on choosing a 30-day pack, da, 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 da. And if she sees that and she knows that that's the only thing that I ever say in that page, after about the fifth one of those, she's going to go, yeah, really no reason for me to go and look at that because I already know what he's going to say. Okay. So you've got to be sharing and talking about things of value within the page, right? So making a post about something, sharing something, talking about a topic, talking about the collagen, talking about the before and afters, talking about all of these things that are happening. And I know, because, and I'm not going to call it the names of the people, but you'll know who you are, that people talk about the fact that that page moves too fast and stuff goes through there too fast. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because an exciting page is a fast moving page, right? There's excitement in there. There's energy in there. There's stuff going on within that allows that to happen. And then people go, well, shit, if I don't go in there and check that out at least once in a while, I'm never going to see anything. So it will force them to go look. How many of you, and you don't have to raise your hand, but how many of you go into the page just to say, I don't have to scroll through a bunch, so I'm going to go into the page, I'm going to scroll down like 5 or 10 and then click back out, right? and that's okay. But when you do that, tag on a couple of them, say something, bring something back to the top, find an old post and bring it back to the top. You don't even have, honestly, there's really not even a big need for new content. If you just search a topic, find an old post, make a comment on it, it'll bring it back to the top. Okay, so engage in the page, because the community is the reason that people will stay. There are people that comment in that page, and I've seen a few of them just this last couple of weeks, that have not purchased the product, because I look them up, and they've been in the page for 5 years. Right? So they're in that page for 5 years and they still haven't bought the product, but they comment. There's a community there, you guys, and that community is what you want. That is an important aspect of engaging and retaining your customer. Okay. The next
Hey,
one.
can I sneak in there?
Yep.
I also think what it is also, when you post in that page, it's a tap on the shoulder to everyone that you've added to that page that we've all forgotten about, because I promise you, we have all forgotten about people that we added to that page. I know I have people in Extremely Happy People. Like, I have people in that page still that I need to pay attention to. So we all aren't perfect and we forget about people, but if we are consistent on posting on Great Nutrition, Great Results, it's a tap on the shoulder. There's a high potential that someone's going to see that you did that. And it shows that you're still engaged. And again, if you don't know what to post, like, just so you know, you can share anything of mine, or you can find something that's old and you can copy and paste it and create it new, or you just tag them and bring it back to the top. But I think that's like key.
Absolutely. And as I go through this, you guys, and I'm going to go through several different ones here. And we say this every week, but I'm going to say it again. And that is, there is a different level for everyone here based off of your level of engagement. Okay. And we use the penny, mindset behind that, right? So easy does it. So if I tell you a whole bunch of stuff and you're like, I'm not going to do all that, that's okay. Pick one. Okay. Pick one thing. There's what we call crank it up, which is you're doing a little bit more. And then there's some of you that are like, I'm all in. I've got time to burn on this and I want to make it happen. And we call that freight train. As a group and as a community and as a support organization behind you, we don't care which one of those you choose to pick, just pick one. Okay. And sometimes you'll pick the freight train and you end up doing the easy does it. And that's okay. Right. It's whatever that you have time for in the moment. Right. So really want to emphasize the fact that it's okay to pick your level of where you're going to go with this. All right. The next one is, and a lot of, I got my note here, a lot of what we do for customer retention is I see you do it, so I do it. Okay. If you're not doing these things, don't expect your customers to do them. Okay. So next one, IsaBody challenge. If you're not doing the IsaBody challenge, do not expect your team members to do the IsaBody challenge. And you say, Brent, what does customer retention have to do with IsaBody challenge? And I'm going to tell you what it has to do with IsaBody challenge. It's all math, you guys. Dan Ferguson always used to say it's all about the numbers, right? It's just math. That's what his comment was, just math. The just math in it is this. The average person, according to Isagenix, their current data is the average person who's using Isagenix nutrition is ordering someplace around 100 to 120 points per month. Okay, ordering between 100 and 120 points per month. The average person in IsaBody challenge is ordering 220 to 225 points per month. Okay. As a business person and as somebody who's interested in earning income from this business, you need to think about this. How do you get paid? Points, right? So how do you get more points? There's two ways to get more points. Add more people, increase the order basket of the people that you currently have. That's it, you guys. There are no other magic potions to this. That's how you get more people. More people added to your downline, existing people ordering more product. That's your two options. So how do you get your existing people to order more product? I just told you, IsaBody challenge. Okay. So I'm going to give you your assignment early in this thing because I've got my note here. And your assignment is to go through your existing team. I don't care if you've enrolled 1 or if you've enrolled 100, go through your existing team, look to see who's still ordering, and message them if they're in the IsaBody challenge. Would they like help being in the IsaBody challenge? Do they know, and do you guys know this about the IsaBody challenge? There's absolutely no downside to entering the IsaBody challenge. 0. If you enter and you don't complete it, you don't get anything. If you enter and you complete it, you get it. There's no downside. There's no cost to enter, and there's no fee if you fail. And I'll use that word. I don't use that word very often. Fail, so you quit, right? You quit using it or quit engaging in it. Here's the upside. The upside is they're probably going to order more product. The upside is they get notifications from Isagenix on using the products and how to use the products, which in turn helps with customer retention. Because an excited and a motivated and a goal-oriented person is more likely to stay and continue to use the product than somebody who's fallen out and decide they don't really like it. Why did they fall out? Why did they decide they didn't like it? Because they didn't know how to use what they got. Okay. So retention, IsaBody challenge. Okay. The next one is the team constant contact. I encourage you that when you enroll someone to fill it out for them. Okay. If you enroll somebody, go to the team constant contact and enter their information. You already have it. Enter their information. Why? Because we send them a notice when anything big happens. We send them a notice that if they enroll somebody on their birthday, that they get a little extra bonus from us. It's another way to keep them engaged. Now, I get a report once a month from Constant Contact of the people that unsubscribe, and I get a report once a month for the people that subscribed. So we see the people that are coming and going, but it's a great way to do it. And the other thing is this, is that if you forget a contact information and you're like, hey, Brent, can you check and see if this person's enrolled in Constant Contact? I can check and see if they're enrolled in Constant Contact and send you that contact information. If you've forgotten it, if you've lost it, if something's changed, okay? So it's really important to engage your team in the Constant Contact database for the team, because it just puts them on our email list, you guys. And we email out for anything important, any big blasts, when the collagen comes out, when a shake release happens, and it's one less thing that you have to have on your plate. Because so many people are like, I just don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. Do you have 5 minutes that you can enter their information in the Constant Contact database? Because if you do, then you've just saved yourself a lot of additional follow-up and need for notification down the line. Okay. I'm still going to encourage you to do it yourself. But in addition to that, it's another hit that they can get, whether it's a text message or an email or something like that they're going to get. All right. The next one, the 11-day shred. We started doing these 11-day shreds, and they've kind of taken on a life of their own, quite honestly. And they are the first Monday of every month. This is a customer retention. That's what this is all about, customer retention. Because people will do it they will do 11 days 5 times before they'll ever do one 30-day. You with me on that? You understand that math? They will do 5 11-day shreds, but they will never do a 30-day. Why? Because it's easier to commit to 11 days than it is to commit to 30 days. And it's the first Monday of every month, so it's just kind of clockwork. So that should be part of your conversation. Now, as a side note, I'm going to tell you something. And this was an absolute rookie mistake of mine. And I shouldn't have done it, and I did it, and I paid the price for it. But I'm telling you this because this is a value that a lot of us don't recognize how important that value is. Some of the team members on our team have taken the time to create grocery lists, recipes, and entire meal plans for the 11-day and the 30-day. Now, Michaela started a lot of it, and there is a huge, huge value in that. Like people will pay money for a grocery list and a recipe list. Okay. Some of you who cook a lot are like, why? Right? Because you don't realize how important it is. But for those of you who don't cook a lot, you're like, I know why, because I don't do that. Right? So I was talking to someone and I was telling them about the 11-day shred, and they said, okay, yeah, I'm all in. And I said, fantastic. And she goes, what else do I get with the 11-day shred? And I said, well, you get a meal plan and a grocery list. And I sent it to her. And you know what the next message I got back was? This is really great. I'm going to just follow this. I don't need the products. Right? So I gave them something of huge value, right? I gave them our 11-day shred meal plan. And in exchange for that, they said that's all they really wanted. And they were just going to try that first. Okay. So I'm telling you guys, customer retention, those 30-day meal plans, those things. And this brings a kind of a side note that I hadn't intended bringing up, but great nutrition is a value add. People join Weight Watchers because they want to be able to get told what to do. Okay. They want the support. They want the encouragement. They want all of that. How does Weight Watchers do that? Remotely, not always, but they do it. They can also do it remotely. Well, now everything's remote. So they're getting the encouragement and the coaching and the support within Great Nutrition that they would be paying hundreds of dollars for through another network, through another company. There's a huge value in that. So recognize the value in the Great Nutrition page, recognize the value in the 11-day shred, recognize the value in the meal plan, recognize the value in the recipe plan, and recognize the value in the grocery list. Okay. I didn't. Right. So I gave it away too soon. Right. All right. And all right. So, and then the last one is part of your customer retention should be, and I started off with this initially, but I'm going to go back to it, should be the Penny app. Okay. So I want you guys to ask yourself, and I'm not going to make you out yourself here, but if there's anybody here not in IsaBody Challenge, I'm going to tell you, get in the IsaBody Challenge. Okay. I'll give full disclosure. I was with Isagenix for probably 5 years before I ever completed one. I entered them all the time. I just never completed them. Right. And it wasn't, and you know why I didn't complete them? Because when I started, you had to do an essay. You had to write 500-word essay when you were finished. And I'm like, I'll write an essay. I don't care. So I wasn't doing the essay. Well, I finally started doing the essays towards the end, and now it's even easier because now all you got to do is 4 pictures before, 4 pictures after, and use the after pictures for your before pictures. So unless you're interested in winning the $10,000 grand prize or winning the trip or doing something like that, all you got to do is your pictures before, your pictures after, and sign up again. And don't let there be a lag time. Sign right back up. There's no reason to wait, because $200 every quarter is $600 per year. And if there's 2 of you in the house doing it, that's $1,200 a year in free product to your household.
Hey, Brent.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I say something real quick about that?
You bet.
Doug and I have never not been in an IsaBody challenge. He missed one because he was in Poland, but between the 2 of us, in the last 5 years, Isagenix has paid us $5,800 to use their products.
That's pretty awesome. That's a huge testimony. So $5,800 in free product for taking your pictures. You just have to do an essay.
Beth actually coached me how to do it because it used to be more complicated. You had to like download this thing and you had to do, now it's like, it's so easy. I mean, an idiot can do it, but she had to coach me how to do it. And I'm like, oh my God, when I got my first $200, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I have not been doing this forever. Yeah. So now it's like a no-brainer, but Beth taught me how to do it.
Yeah, and if you wonder why Isagenix does that, I will tell you why Isagenix does this. one of the reasons. I don't know if it's a primary, but it's certainly a reason. Isagenix can document that we have a customer consumer base. Okay. There's a lot of network marketing companies out there that don't sell anything. Okay. And those are generally referred to as pyramid schemes or scams. Okay. Isagenix is not. Isagenix offers a true product with true product driven results. And so if Isagenix is ever drawn to the table to say, what do your products really do? Do you really have any consumers? Then Isagenix breaks out their IsaBody challenge list of thousands and tens of thousands of people that are consuming the product as customers and showing their results. Okay. This is, you are helping add to the database that is Isagenix by doing that. Okay. So that's one of the big reasons that IsaBody Challenge does this. All right. Okay. So those are the big things that I want to talk to you about as far as retention. Getting the Penny app is part of your job on retention. And the reason is because the Penny app tells you opening the box, they got their products. It tells you check in first week. It tells you second week. It tells you different day check-ins. And then it reminds you to check in with them when they quit ordering. Okay. These are all part of the retention process and maintaining and keeping a good, healthy customer. And you guys, I'm telling you, customer is what if Isagenix is telling you, again, just math, Isagenix is telling you 80% of the people that start Isagenix are just customers. They just want to buy the product, use the product, and they're probably going to quit after about 6 months to a year. It is our job as people who are trying to do this as a business to find ways to keep them past that 6-month program. Keep them into the year, right? And if you can keep them into the year by getting them into the IsaBody Challenge, if you can keep them into the year by engaging them in the community, if you can keep them in the year by being a true supporter and coach and cheerleader for them, all of those things are ways to keep people as part of your network. And all of those are ways to help increase your profitability so that you can go out and bring in more people. Okay. So, like I said, your assignment for the week. Oh, go ahead, Michelle.
Can I add something about Penny?
Yes, ma'am.
You can also create content in Penny. You don't have to go by what Isagenix has laid out, like verbiage to send people. You can create your own and make it sound like you. And I created one a couple days ago for people that haven't ordered under me for a while, introducing them to collagen. So, I know you haven't ordered in a while. I wanted to make sure that you've seen that we have a new product. It said a little bit about collagen. Today, I sent it to someone that honestly, I forgot about. And Penny told me to reach out to her. I reached out to her, sent that to her. She's ordering collagen.
That's awesome.
So,
congratulations.
So those two things, just Penny telling me to reach out, but also using that content and creating it and it sounds like you is important. You don't want to, some of those content verbiage, it's kind of
not you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I do the same thing. I edit mine and change mine, and I've got some decent ones in there. Actually, that would probably be something we could share in the Working from the Beach, is if you create a nice one, if you create one that you really like, feel free to share it in there so that other people can see it as well. So, and I need to do that too. With that, I'm going to tell you guys something. So, and I made a post on it on my personal wall or in the Working from the Beach page, but I'll tell you guys, Tracy and I enrolled, I think 11 people or 12 people this month so far. And it is because of, and Carla and I had this conversation as well, the constant activity behind Penny has driven me, and I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys posting your Penny completions, because sometimes you post them and I'm like, oh, I got to get that done because I've logged out of it and I need to log back in. So I want you to know I appreciate you guys posting those, but that constant activity of doing that has created another level of accountability for me. And that additional level of accountability has caused additional activity to happen within our business. And it's just you've forced another level of accountability, another level of consistency, and that's what Penny has done for us. So I think I am a pure fan, and I wasn't for a long time, but I wasn't a fan of the cards for a long time either until somebody on here said I should be doing them. So it's good stuff. All right, I'm going to wrap it up from there. The assignment was make sure that you go through, look for your people that you've enrolled who are still ordering any product. And quite honestly, well, it's better. It's going to be an easier conversation for people that are ordering product, and just make sure that they are in the IsaBody challenge for the benefit of their product points counting towards their IsaBody challenge. Okay. So I want you to reach out to your network of people that you've enrolled. If you're going to reach out to somebody who you've enrolled who hasn't ordered in a while, that might a way that just kind of came to my head was that you could say something to them would be, hey, Michelle, I realize I see that you haven't ordered in a while. I just want to make sure that before you place your next order, you enter the IsaBody challenge first so you can get those points towards your challenge. Okay. That will give you the opportunity to have that conversation. And they may say back, yeah, I'm not going to order, or, hey, thanks, I was going to order, so I'll do that first. But it'd be a good way to start that conversation. All right. That's your assignment.
Does everybody know how to tell their new people how to enter the challenge?
That's a good one.
Some people might not know that.
Okay. No, I'm with you.
If you don't know, just go to the IsaLife app
I'm going
or
to show you right now.
isabodychallenge.com.
Yeah. So I'm going to show you guys, because the other day we've gone over this before, but I'm going to show it to you again. Okay. Here's your IsaBody. Here's your IsaLife app. Okay. Simple as this right here, little blue one, right? Click on the little IsaLife app. You're just going to download. It's going to tell you welcome. It's going to say hi to you. It's going to say all kinds of crazy things. And then once you've done that, then you're going to go along the bottom. Hang on a second, it's loading up here. Okay, you're going to go along the bottom and see the little dots in the middle. That's the button you push. Okay, you push the button there. That's going to give you the ability to enter the IsaLife challenge, the IsaBody challenge. Okay, IsaBody challenge right there. Enter the challenge. It's that easy, you guys.
So just a quick suggestion, if I can make one.
Yep.
Instead of telling your people to, hey, go enter the IsaBody challenge, instead of saying that, you could actually type that link in. Like, just type it in, www.isabodychallenge.com. And when you do it in a text or a message, it's blue. They can click it. They can go right to it. Or you can say download the app, but you could also, I know the app's easier, but what's not easy is say, go download the app and do it from there. So the chances of them going to do that is probably slim. So what you could do is go to the app, and you can share from the app. You can share the link to the app for them. All I'm saying is you can tell people to do things all day long, but if they have to take several steps to go find it, they might not do it. So if you're going to send out a message to all your personally enrolled, are you in the IsaBody challenge, or whatever you're going to do, make it easy for them to click and enter.
Absolutely. That's a great point. And what I will do when I send people that is I send them www.isalife.com. And that will prompt them to load the app. And then I will follow up with them. The same thing goes, what Carla's saying is the issue is if you send them the www.isabody challenge and they do it from their laptop, then they're going to have to take their pictures themselves. If you can get them into the IsaLife app, that is such a key, you guys. The IsaLife app, actually, I should have put that on my retention thing, is getting your brand new customers into the IsaLife app. Okay.
So
because the IsaLife app is what's going to keep them ordering in their order basket, and it will allow them to click around and see that. Go ahead, Carla.
Never mind.
Okay. So the IsaLife app is a huge retention item. I would highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to get your new people to use that first, because they don't need the Isagenix back office until they're interested in the business side of it. Until then, they don't even need it.
So I
That's
sent
why I
my
said go ahead.
my first message that I send out. Now, I always say, I warn them, it's a long text and I get it all from that cravemore.com.pro. But like, I send it to everybody. And I think, I'm just seeing if it's an automatic. I show them a 3-minute video on the system, so everything's right in there. So it's like, so I feel like I'm like covering a lot. However, I don't know how much people retain. The people that are coachable seem to do it and they follow through and they sign up. Now, actually, Carla inspired me with this one. She said to say, just trust me, just do it. Just trust me. You don't need to know all this, just do it. So now I'm using that language and that's been helpful. I say, just trust me, sign up for it today, right? Because your points that you sign up for right away will count for your IsaBody challenge, right? If I understand correctly.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna put it, I've shared it several times. I'm gonna put it in the working from the beach.
Okay.
I have it in my
Besides using the IsaBody challenge website or through the back office, is that not only do they have to go there, but they also have to download a timestamp app to timestamp their pictures that they take. And that's like an extra step. So if you can get them in the app, they don't have to go through all that.
Yeah. Yeah, the app saves you so much. And I don't know because you were kind of a little bit off on your mic, Michelle. What Michelle just said is that if you use the IsaLife app to enter the IsaBody challenge, you do not have to do any time stamping. You don't have to do any magazine holding. You don't have to do anything. You just take the pictures with the app, and the app puts the timestamp on it for you, which makes it super easy as well. So that's one reason to make sure that your new enrollees are using the IsaLife app. Okay. All right. That's it, guys. I don't have anything else. I think I stayed. How did I do with the schedule, Carla?
Well, you didn't use it.
I did so. What are you talking about? I did. I talked about.
You did not follow the outline.
I talked
it's
about.
Okay.
I talked about the different levels. I talked about an assignment.
Did you use the outline?
Yeah, I got it sitting right here.
Uh-huh. Show it to me.
It's right here.
Look, he's like,
Did you review last week? Did you see who did their assignment last week?
I didn't.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Proof
You're
he
welcome.
did not use the outline.
Good job. I have had. Oh, here, I'll stop my recording.